Hey, how's it going, everyone? Adam here, bringing you some, Battlegrounds action. So, Battleground came out today. We've had a go. We've played it. To be honest with you, I enjoyed the game, despite the fact that I'm going to complain about it for the next however many minutes. But yeah, it's a fun time waster. I wouldn't get it expecting it to replace a genuine WWE 2K game. It doesn't have that kind of lifespan, it appears. But it's a fun little time waster. Yeah, that's about as good as I can give it. And before anyone says, like, oh, you haven't played it enough, or whatever, to give it a proper opinion, we've completed the campaign. Like, all I've got is the online modes left to do. There is a few complaints about the game. Like, the game is actually really short. Like, that 118 is a complete lie. Only 64 of them tiles are actual matches. 54 of them are just, like, stuff like Scotland and rewards. But I'd say this is probably the coolest part of it. How they go about explaining the story. It doesn't have cutscenes. Instead, it has these comic book strips. I would have liked to have seen more of these comic book strips, as that's literally all you get most of the time. It's very rare that they have 2 pages. Most of the time they are 1 page. But yeah, the game is repetitive as hell. Like, most movesets are the same. You have, like, what is it, like 5 or 6 or 4, can't remember, archetypes of wrestler, essentially. And everyone under that archetype has identical moves apart from their finisher. That's the only unique move to each wrestler, will be their finisher. So, no matter who you go, really, it does get really repetitive. You're constantly facing the same opponents, and essentially it feels like you're doing the same match types throughout. The game is littered with bugs. From your standard UI bug, with like things like popping, the frame rate dropping down to where the game's literally unplayable at certain points, to game breaking bugs where half your moves don't even work. If you're missing UI, then it just skips like counters and things like that, making the matches so much harder. And then you just get really weird bugs like this. One thing I did notice while playing through this is how much it shoves microtransactions in your face. Now, I know they claim that you can unlock everything without spending a penny, just on the currency that you earn inside the game. And that's true for the most part, because that blue currency that you see in the top corner, that's the one that you earn inside the game. And that can buy you everything. Everything is available under that currency. But the grind to get that currency is a bit excessive, considering how much stuff there is to unlock. You earn this blue currency. I forgot what it's called. But as you can see, some of the superstars cost like upwards of 12,000. There's 130 superstars to unlock. So even if they cost like the mid-range of 3,000, you unlock a few of them through the campaign. So say 100 as, like, I don't think you unlock 30 through the campaign, but say you did 100, even at 3,000, that's 300,000 of that currency. I've got 16 at the moment. I've spent about 30. So you earn, like, at a generous level, you earn about 50,000 from completing the entire campaign. And that's nowhere near enough to unlock everyone. So the level of play that you've got to put in to actually unlock all the superstars is really excessive. The kind of excessive level you would find in, say for instance, a premium game like WWE Mayhem. Because we're starting to see a lot of similarities between this game and that game in terms of how much the currency is involved. Like, I can use I can buy the premium currency, I can unlock Sasha Banks, I can create a brand new character, unlock a new skin for it, max out its stats and all its abilities with the premium currency, skipping everything. Like, it costs thousands to actually unlock all the abilities for a custom character. The microtransactions are really in your face to the point where it looks like this game should be a freemium game. So then I started to look at it. I started to look at the game a bit differently in terms of how it was designed, how like the store, the daily, like the weekly or daily or whatever it is, stores set up, the challenges, like everything within this game acts like it's a mobile freemium game. Now, I'm not saying this game was ever intended for mobile. I think it's always been intended for console, but I do think that this game was meant to be free. And due to the cancellation of 2K21, they decided to throw a price tag on it, but they didn't change the actual game. So it still has the freemium business model where it tries to earn money from microtransactions constantly throughout the game. But we still had to pay for it as well. Another thing that I noticed when you look at the trophies. So, trophy list, looks standard, bronze, silver, bronze, silvers, gold, no platinum. Which is really weird for a game with an actual price tag. Similar game, Yu-Gi-Oh! Platinum, that game costs £20. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2. Platinum cost exactly the same as what Battlegrounds did. Darwin Project, a freemium game that relies on microtransactions to make all its money. Gold, silver, bronze. Huh. We go down a little bit further as well. Apex. Bronze, silver, bronze, gold. Ooh. Dauntless, another freemium game. Huh. Adventure Capitalist, another free one. Clash of Heroes, another free game. All these games rely on microtransactions and are free. Whereas Battlegrounds follows the exact same formula, has the aggressive microtransactions littered throughout this game the exact same way that all those other free games do, and yeah, charges you a shelf price. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just the way that they've set up the game, poor marketing decisions, what have you. But everything I can see is pointing towards the fact that this game should have been free, and instead we were charged £35 or £45, dollars, whatever it is, just because they decided to cancel 2K21 and wanted to recoup some money. Because it doesn't appear like we've gained anything additional outside of like. So if this game wasn't free, chances are the campaign might have had a stamina bar on it. Same with online modes, stuff like that. So what, we paid £45 for unlimited play? Like, it's just disingenuous and more of those like business tactics that just generate distrust with 2K. Because I know the Supercard community, a lot of them attack Cat Daddy. Cat Daddy has no real control over the marketing decisions of Supercard. 2K owns the property, Cat Daddy just develops the game. So 2K are the ones who decide, like, credits at this much, packs are this much, this goes into the store, that kind of thing. Cat Daddy are just hired developers to run the game the same way Saber was hired to develop this game. All business decisions are made by 2K. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think that this was intended to be a free game and they changed their minds and charged us for it? Or do you think they've just went overzealous with trying to gain profit and decided, oh, we're going to charge people for it and throw in microtransactions just to catch some extra money? As always, stay safe. I'll see you later. Bye bye.